Hello and welcome to our podcast on group chats. I'm Claire.
I'm Paige.
I'm Kavita.
Okay, so we're specifically talking about group chats on the university forum and how we use them with work.
And we're going to talk about some of the negatives that come with using group chats.
Okay, so first of all, do we have any personal experience with group chats, the forum?
I would say that I've had experience before, and I think the main thing with group chats is the chats move so fast that things get said so quickly. It's more of casual bullying if something gets said, because it's just said so fast. People don't really think about what they're saying, and you can't see how people react or how it's meant to be interpreted because it's online and you can't see the face to face.
Exactly, so anything as little as like full stops and capital letters can mean a lot more in a group chat than they would in real life.
And things can get taken the wrong way really easily as well.
I mean, I've been talking to a lot of people because it's come up recently in one of our chats, and everything they've said is that you never know how someone's going to react, you never know what they're thinking behind the keyboard sort of thing. So it's like, if you can't say it in person, and if you think they're going to react badly in person, don't say it in a group chat. Okay, so in this technological age with the rise of social media, it's obviously more important now to be more careful about what you're saying online.
Yes, and obviously a lot of people use social media these days now as well, so it happens. It's something which happens every day. People are using it all the time. People are doing work and discussing work through group chats and social media and planning work, and it's used so much.
It's more convenient, isn't it, than an email or phoning someone to meet up. It's just more convenient to put it into a chat.
It's arguably quicker as well, and you can see when they've seen a message, and
so it makes work, in theory, more efficient. So we did a video with a student the other week, Lauren Athwaite, who talked about how she felt that group chats just encourage people to ignore their work more, because it gives them an out. They can just say they haven't seen the message, they can just ignore it completely, and just work is still not getting done. And she thinks obviously it just encourages students to be less interactive.
I mean, I like the fact that she pointed out that email would be a much better choice than group chats.
I can completely see that, because people can say, oh yeah, I didn't see that, or they can just ignore the message and ignore the chat, and then obviously their work isn't getting done. I think that is going to impact everyone else as well, and it'll just cause more arguments. Whereas email, it's all kind of there.
It's more formal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more formal, and you actually feel like you're sort of doing work, whereas if you're just having a conversation on group chat, it's kind of making it more informal.
I mean, obviously we aren't the experts on any of this, because it's not an obviously recognised side of bullying, because obviously bullying has evolved. It's not really as straightforward as just a fight or just beating up a kid or anything. It's not that simple, and especially not in the uni campus. It's more subtle than that.
I think a lot of people don't really think of it as bullying. When they think of bullying, like you said, I think they think of more aggressive forms, whereas there are types of bullying that happens in group chats, and people do get left out, and things are said which can cause damage.
Obviously, before I said we're not experts, we just are students and have experience with it, and thought it was a topic that needed discussing. We can't even particularly say that we're innocent in any of this. I mean, perhaps we've done it before without realising it.
I think a lot of us are in group chats these days, and I think we've all definitely said something where maybe we should have thought about it a little bit more and thought, what is the person going to say to that, or how they're going to react to it, as opposed to, would you say that to their face kind of thing.
And obviously it's just a case of being more aware of what you're saying and what you're putting out into the forum, because it's there for, I guess, ever now. But it's like, is it an issue that's too far gone to catch?
I think there's there's a possibility that people could change, but I think it's something which is so quick when you're replying in a group chat. I think sometimes people don't really think about what they're saying, like it's so quick. The chat just moves on so quickly. But I think there always will be people who will think about what they're saying, and hopefully we can maybe get people to think about what they are saying and think about, are they potentially bullying someone in some way?
I think everyone should just think before they write, because it can
Think before they type.
Yes!
Please visit Yes to Respect in accordance with the Teesside University for more information online. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Please leave a comment if you have experienced this, because we'd love to hear your shared experiences on this topic.